a sense of detachment that is a little bit depressing because like you should be
Oh,
able
yeah.
to feel a sense of attachment to your land, but you really can't because of our fucking shitty society.
Eh, listen, I'm gonna go with the fun story to. I'm gonna feel like a Ronin whenever I walk into work tomorrow.
Sure.
I might swing a sword at one of my coworkers. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
As stated previously, I'm the only one who can do my job at the store, so they have to deal with my nonsense.
Yeah, those fucking carrot rosettes don't cut themselves.
Oh, we got a special guest. Skirt is just
Ooh.
gently. We have worn Skirt down. I remember asking you a long time ago, "Hey, do you want to come on the Sons of Trier and joke around?" You'd be like, "Nah, I don't really do podcasts, man. I don't know." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, I'll wear you down. I'm gonna neg the fuck out of you."
Yeah, it kind of worked, hey?
Yeah, it kind of fucking did.
It'll
That's
make
what I
you
do.
feel good.
You know what? I've always said it. I'm bad at getting the date, but this mouth will keep a lady. This fucking mouth knows what to do to keep a lady. So yeah, that's right, Skirt. You're one of us now. Isn't it sad? You know what the nice thing is though? Absolutely no content requirements. Not like you have to do anything other than show up and make a joke.
Yeah, exactly. It's the perfect job. Doesn't
Yeah.
pay anything, but
The show's
We
like
pay an
sort of.
experience for an internship.
pay by exposure.
Yeah.
Oh,
All 10
The
people
more
we
exposure
should
I have, the
clarify,
worse my job
You
prospects get.
cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot show up at this job with a sword. That will definitely be a timeout in the HR corner for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely, because that wouldn't be a cool thing to do, right? We don't
I
like.
mean, to be totally serious, like the Socratic, free-spirited, wandery ass method of the Twitter Space show of mindful wellness is directly drawn from this particular space, having become very free-spirited. As the Biden times dragged on and everything became smooth and formless, this show changed a lot.
Yeah, I used to try very hard.
The world's becoming a Callista Gingrich.
Yeah.
Well, we have fun on the show like now.
Why
like,
is she so shiny though? Why is she so? She's so shiny.
She's got the fucking clips on her back like Homer.
Bitches
But
be shiny. I don't know what to tell you.
I'd maintain that we do better dumb episodes, and you also do more better insane, like 3 and 4 episode series of insane shit. Like
I do way better content screaming now than I've ever done.
I would maintain that the show is much improved by us all being broken by the fact that Biden was president for 4 whole years.
I mean, it ain't doing us no favors.
Just all of the left wing just tearing itself apart while the Republican Party fails to govern as historically bad as you know they ever did, and then that transitioning into the Democratic Party failing to govern even worse, and just dragging on. It really changed us, you know.
Well, can we talk about the fact that these streamers are turning into the worst and most annoying fucking reality show ever? Can we talk about this? These fucking pigs, like, I'm getting so tired of hearing their shit. And then, like, people will be like, Destiny's on the left. First off, motherfucker, Destiny is not on the left. He is the first person who will be like, yeah, that's a disgusting proposition. How dare you? Which, like, fair, because I say the same thing about the idea that Destiny is some sort of leftist warrior. They're like, but he owned X person in a debate. Owning somebody in a debate is having a piss fight in public. You're not supposed to do the thing anyway. Stop fucking trying to make it something to be proud of. You know, it's like when people have these masturbation competitions in fucking California. How do you compete on that? How do you fucking compete on that? Style,
Is
technique.
it the furthest nut or like the
distance?
It'd have to be an algorithm.
Exactly.
No, it's to not be the last one.
It's to not be the last, but like even if you lose,
it's a 26-point criteria.
Even if you
well,
lose,
no, because the last one has to
exit.
beat it.
No, you got exit. You got muzzle velocity. You got
you guys never played
energy delivered at impact. You got color.
Of yaw,
you got taste. There's so many ways to fucking rate that shit, dude.
The only thing
you got viscosity. I mean, there's probably a sweet spot there. I'm not involved in the creation of the criteria, but you know.
Sweet spot, literally.
I believe firmly that you are part of the planning committee for these things. Only because if it's a funny idea to me that you're just like, no, this isn't right at all. This isn't right at all. Move the goddamn line. I said move the line, goddammit. This is amateur
you
hour.
Referees. You gotta have referees.
Yeah, you're like
I
screaming.
mean, is the
real sport.
If you're measuring from where, like, if you draw a line on the ground, then like the person's feet can't cross that, right?
Yeah, that's what I imagine you doing.
Unfairly,
Dog can't pass it.
So you gotta measure it from, you gotta measure the distance from the tip of the dick, not from the tip of the toes.
Right.
Yeah.
These are things that we need to think about.
Yeah, and do you count the inside shaft? Do you count that when you're putting it up on the rookie card? Do you count the inner part of the shaft? Huh? Do you? These are all questions that need to be answered. And I can just imagine you getting irate and mad. You're wearing like an Andy Warhol outfit with a little fucking newsy cap. And you're walking around, you're smoking.
That's a fucking propeller cap, bro.
No, you're smoking a long French cigarette. And you're like, nobody is accounting for this in the ejaculate. And you talk in a French accent, even though you're clearly not talking in a French accent ever any other time.
That's actually kind of accurate.
Angle
Yeah.
of the shaft of the spit to the cum.
Yeah, and people are like, aren't you supposed to be impersonating Andy Warhol? And you're like, shut up, bitch mom. And they're like, what the fuck? And then you just slap people.
Oh,
with
fuck. What is that from again?
Shut up, bitch mom. You know what Shut Up, Bitch Mom's from.
No, I forgot.
Shut up, bitch mom. You know.
No, I know I've seen it, but I don't remember. It's familiar, but I don't know.
You're not tricking me into making me openly admit that I watch that programs all the time.
You know that one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're not tricking me into doing that. That's all I need for my cred.
You do not know what you're talking about.
Good. Don't. You don't need to. It's fine.
No, my memory got jogged. It's all good.
Yeah.
I saw one thing about the big YouTube streamer conference or summit or whatever it was, which was you guys know that account on Twitter, Post Left Watch, that fucking sucks shit. He's a shitty little shit-faced bitch. You know that guy?
Yes, we all know that shitty little shit-faced bitch.
Okay, so like that guy, like,
don't worry about it. It's not good.
Okay. He popped up about some shit, and I was like, I'm gonna go look at what stupid shit he's posting lately. And I scrolled down for a while, and he's like, one of his posts says some shit like, you know, I really don't like YouTube streamers, but I will hand it to Vaush. He didn't bring up the age of consent one time. Whoa! Whoa! What do you mean? Congratulations, you didn't say pedophile shit. Oh, cool.
Cool. No, that is the most base Vaush can possibly get. I didn't talk about fucking kids today.
No, if he'd said to raise it to like 25.
Yeah. Vaush is like mad that he can even remotely get laid in this century. That's his new thing.
Oh yeah, no. The most powerful move ever is like raising it above an age that you are.
Yeah.
So you can't fuck for a while.
That's right.
And it's like you're just putting yourself in timeout.
No, Vaush is trying to raise it. That way he's like, see, kids, I'm one of the kids. That way, like, he's trying to be
making it.
Oh shit, I never thought of that. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's like... Well, Keffels, too, is like, apparently, like, she likes to joke about fucking kids, and I'm like, I don't believe for a second that Keffels is out there banging kids. But you know what? If you want to say bad shit about Keffels that doesn't involve her getting shot at by fucking Canadian or, like, British police, sure. What the fuck ever. Who am I to stop you from having a fun time? Fuck it.
Right.
I don't even care.
They're all so big, like, I don't know that you can get that big and stay normal or regular or like, informed or good or anything. It doesn't look like you can. Like,
no, you can't.
Looks like it's really rough up there.
Give me 60 million followers. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'll be so normal. I won't change at all. Oh, fuck. That doesn't really help, does it?
No, that we said normal. Skirt. We wanted
Gotta hand it to Vaush, though, Didn't mention the age of consent. It's pretty impressive, It's impressive to be able to go a whole debate or summit or whatever it was.
Hang out with you.
I don't remember.
But I mean, maybe it was just that, you get wrapped up in other stuff and then you just forget. Like, it's not the primary thing you're there for, but you're like, if I've got time, I'll bring up age of consent. But, it's kind of, that's the dessert for later.
He was like, he was like, going through all this like measured, like really reasonable, center left progressive stuff, and like a bunch of old people were like nodding and shit, and like everybody was very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, "All right, thank you, Vouch. That's your time." And he was like, "Fuck. If there's grass on the field, play ball. Fuck."
It's like, do you have any plugs?
Just a child's ass. That's what he's screaming. No, but if I could, is it possible that I will be able to commit a sex offense this evening? I'm surprised we haven't seen the Destiny busted for cocaine scandal yet. Like, the worst kept secret in streaming is how much cocaine Destiny does, which is clearly all of it, right? Like,
Is
clearly.
So then why would that be a scandal?
Well, because it's not you're not supposed to talk about the fact that Destiny is an abusive coke addict. Like, and to be fair, like, I'm on the fence about whether or not his wife can get abused because I've seen how he acts. Like, you married Destiny of all fucking people.
Like, is that one of the ones where? Is that one of the ones where? Is this where all these people come from? Like watching streamers like this that think that the only way to be able to like talk good is to do a shit ton of cocaine? Is this where these people come from? Where they're like, oh well, Destiny is just a normal guy that did enough drugs to like be smart.
So wait, is there a
when I was little, the
like
grown-ups in the movies did a lot of coke and looked cool, and then the music played with the saxophone, and everything came out awesome in the end.
Destiny does an awful lot of
That's why everyone's into fucking synthwave now. It's still big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny does an
because
awful
of the cocaine.
lot of sniffing, if you're catching my drift.
Yeah.
He does a lot of professional grade sniffing.
Like, I'm not saying that if you are a non-dramatic theatrical performer and you do like a lot of regular gigs, I'm not saying to not experiment with like different stuff, like, oh, change your diet or have some caffeine or don't, or, like do some deep breathing before or don't, or, like, I'm not saying to not experiment with your approach, but I don't think cocaine is necessarily going to help everybody. But
you don't think cocaine by the pound is the answer?
No.
Well, apparently most of the internet believes that massive amounts of cocaine will grant you the power to podcast. Right, exactly. This is a free country. Like,
oh look, we're in some fucking.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Yeah. I thought this was.
I mean, we've seen what happens with Dom Jr. Like, obviously, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of that is the cocaine's fault, and how much of that is Don Jr.'s fault?
Yeah, how much of that is severe emotional damage from an abusive father?
Yeah, like
the reason I would
say,
and
Dan, you've often said, you feel bad for that little boy, but you don't feel for the grown man who plays along.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And to be very, very clear, I feel even worse for you trying to blame cocaine on that.
Trying to blame that on coke. How dare you speak ill of cocaine?
Do you guys remember? He tracks the
American coca industry is going to send a cease and desist letter.
Well, you know what? In another 30 years, you guys are going to be able to grow tons of fucking coke.
Yeah.
Climate change is going to make the southeastern United States, the parts that don't get leveled by hurricanes, an absolute fucking coke zone.
Yeah.
And you're going to have DeSantis. He's going to be like 65, 70 years old. He's going to be like dressed in fucking fatigues. It's going to be a vibe.
Oh my god, you're right. I'm horrified. At the same time, though, that sounds pretty fun.
DJ TJ is probably like running like the band of like weirdos that like regulates and keeps order, because I think you got to give Donald Trump Jr. some credit for one thing, is that his dad makes him like entertain and hang out with the worst, shittiest ones that he like hates, like or after that DJ TJ just kind of draws in like the worst, the shittiest ones, like he has to hang out with Falwell for all that time.
Yeah.
Before they
Junior's hanging out with like the guys who still have Habsburg jaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's always something like that. he attracted Guilfoyle up out of the shadows, like just summoning some kind of weird demon. Okay,
that was like Japanese fishing boats used to show the fucking, like, they'd have a lantern that looked like the full moon to pull the squid up.
Yeah. Except she came up. Kimberly Guilfoyle came up. And fucking, like, beyond even that, like, okay, do you guys remember, like, okay, he wrote a book and he was on a big tour and a bunch of people came to get it signed. But can you even imagine who would want to read what was in a book that allegedly or however realistically Donald Trump Jr. wrote? Okay, do you guys remember that video of that interview with that insane woman that said that she was like the last surviving slave of the People's Tribe of Judea or whatever, and she knew the name of her slave master and all that shit? You guys remember that?
The cool woman, yes.
Okay, that woman was at a Donald Trump Jr. book signing.
Yeah.
That is the location of that video.
Yeah.
And if you go to a book signing for Donald Trump Jr., you don't just get, like, hooting chud grandpa that is afraid of the wokes. You don't just get that. Okay?
No. You get an awesome kind of fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful kinds of weirdo there could ever be.
I had to do so much research after I saw that.
What is this bit and why is it amazing?
Right, why is she doing this? I had to do more research after I saw that than when I found out about the sperm jacking thing.
Well, that's just like common sense, right? Like, let's not fucking, let's not act like that was like.
Every time I heard that growing up, I thought that the person was joking, that there's no way they could be serious, and I was like, haha, yeah. And every time that I read a folktale that had that in it growing up, I was like,
Robble.
Yeah, that's a weird custom that they have in this place. That's strange. And then the second time I read it in a folktale, I was like, well, that's a coincidence. So, two backward ass legends about, like, don't let witches steal your cum. All right, whatever. And then, like, the third time I read it, I was like, all right, they just copied the other people's story. Like, it was like a boring country where, like, nothing was happening. And they were like, what if we tell people that just like in the neighboring country, witches are stealing people's cum? Like, that'll change things up. And then, like, the fourth time I read that story as a folktale that was, integral in the early consciousness of an entire nation, like, the fourth time I read it.
How many times did you have to read it before you were just like, oh, this is the thing right-wingers believe?
Probably about 30 fucking times after times 5 through 30 were all online just recently when I was like, wait a minute. This is a real thing. This is a whole thing. How deep does this go? And then I went and I looked up all the stuff that I could about it. And yeah, apparently, like, all the men in the world except me think that women are going to steal their cum.
Right. Which, do you ever wonder why you don't think it?
No, I just never thought of it. I mean, now that you guys have let me in on it, yeah, I get it. I get it now.
Well, because, like, it's true. Like, that's just clearly.
Right, it's just objectively the case.
That's clearly objective reality.
Quite frankly, I feel bad if you live in a country where they can't just say woman in the story and they have to say, like, goblin or something.
Like cum stealer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you get to hear that story. You get to hear that story when you're a kid, but you don't know.
Guys, there are no cum burglars.
Okay. All right.
Up here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna trust you on that. Right.
All right, I'm firing up Bing.
Yeah. Do it.
I tried to make it do a Hamburglar stealing cum, and it just fucking failed so miserably. Like, go really heavy on the adjectives in the prompt, because I thought it knew what the Hamburglar was. It apparently does not know what the Hamburglar was.
How does it not? It knows what Jeffrey Epstein is. Like, I put in Jeffrey Epstein enjoying a cheerleading competition. It fired back exactly one image, but it was Jeffrey Epstein. Weirdly enough, as the cheerleader, but Jeffrey was really enjoying that cheerleading competition.
That's actually a painting in Bill Clinton's house.
Really? That's amazing. I
can't believe I live in a world where the computers can more accurately spit out Jeffrey Epstein, serial child molester, versus the Hamburglar, Robble.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's extremely fucked up. I will say I've been using mayonnaise as a stand-in for cum, because it's got that shininess and it's got a little bit of yellow to it, and also the fluid physics.
The goop.
The fluid physics
So
that
you're
the
not
AI
using
uses
real
for
fluid, you're using
mayonnaise.
real mayonnaise.
Well, yes, you just tell the AI that it's mayonnaise, and then the AI will use the color, light qualities, and fluid physics of what it approximates to be mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Which
Can you
I think,
distinguish
I like to go with
between
the
like
Pepto. I like
Kewpie
to
or
go with the Pepto.
Hellman's or Dukes?
I haven't tried specific brands. I'm worried that if you type the name of a brand, it's going to pull that logo in there somewhere. Because, man, let me tell you something, you guys. The AI knows about all the logos. The AI loves the logos. Man, the AI, like, when it was a baby, like, the first thing they showed it was, like, all the logos. That's like its alphabet.
That
And it was
sounds
like,
neat.
God,
it
that's
grew
perfect
strong.
then. That's perfect then because what you can do is you can make the perfect Ben Garrison illustration.
Yeah, you can. You
You
can
know
get
how he
full
always
Nike
labels
swooshes
everything?
in 90 degrees.
Yes.
Oh, it'll be
There you
perfect.
go.
It really will.
Yeah.
Though.
It's some. I just posted a real Ben Garrison the other day though, and somebody was like, how did you make the AI make a Ben Garrison?" I wasn't sure if they were serious or not, because it was like, if you look at the Ben Garrisons now that you've seen all the stuff that the AI does, Ben Garrison totally draws like an AI. Like he just like keeps adding in. Like,
Oh, I thought you were doing a gag. I thought you were doing the whole gag of like back in the day the 4chan guys would like do Ben Garrisons, but they do them like incredibly racist. Like they'd cross like a Wyatt Man shit in, and they'd be like, "This is the real Ben Garrison. This is the unedited one." And he got so fucking mad. And he was like, "Oh, actually, this is a really great market." And he like started to pet them.
No,
He
that
literally
totally
was
was.
like, he literally did like that joke from Family Guy, right? Where like David Mamet or whatever is like, "Man, I need something to make my plays better," and then he just hears somebody saying the F word like over and over again. And he's like, "Fuck, yeah, yeah, I could use that." Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and you get to do it. You get to do it when you're like 15 at like the theater class, on the weekends or whatever, and you're like, "This is so awesome. I'm blasting F-bombs all over the stage. I'm going to be a famous actor."
yeah,
I'm an artist.
this is clearly what the artists do. The artists get to
Inside the actor's studio. Well, I start off by practicing my diction. I say
Fuck.
every slur.
Fuck. Fuck.
Mm.
Fuck. I'm
I
Golf
think
Merengue. Like,
I think that's what's so devastating about the Orson Welles recordings of him being shitty to people.
yeah.
It's there's no cursing in it. It's just like somebody being really articulately shitty about somebody
Yeah.
for like a long time.
Well, he is the poster child of a fat baby.
Yeah.
Right? He is just a big fat baby.
Okay, you already can't tell it like, you couldn't tell it like Donald Trump or anything on the first day.
No.
But there's ways to get it to do it. Like you can do politician first name still, I think. I found another way to cheat around not being able to do the president, but I'm keeping that under wraps for now in case they try to lock it down more.
Yeah. Right.
And I was trying to get a good Rush Limbaugh.
If you subscribe to the
Good
Patreon,
backdoor,
you'll get it.
backdoor, LG.
Yeah, if
You got to subscribe to the Patreon for the secret moves to get around the censor.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally a thing we thought up before the show, and not just something Skirt said right now that I have to now honor.
Yeah, the guy who joined like partway through.
Yeah.
They took.
You know what though? I gotta say,
better
like,
nose for business.
We've lost what? How many co-hosts have we lost now? 2? Again, I can't stress it enough. Picking up Skirt Vonnegut as a co-host has been a pretty great grab for us.
Well, it needs fresh blood.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whether it's some kind of entity that's burrowed into the Discord mainframe, or whether it, is some kind of thing that lives deeper in the wires of the internet. Whatever it is, since I've been doing this with you guys, the only thing that I know for sure is it craves fresh blood.
It does crave fresh blood.
It's something in the fucking transatlantic cable. I swear to God. Yeah. Like there's some kind of Lovecraftian being like reaching up through the mantle of the earth and like caressing using magnetic fields the transatlantic data cables that we have. The only way to escape it is with Starlink. So sign up to Starlink today. Go to starlink.com and open your mouth for Elon Musk's cum.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very cool.
Get some bust.
Concerning. It's concerning about that entity, though. But yes, that's
You should look into it.
That's as likely
You're not too fond. You're not too fond of abominations.
You can check it out in the
Affronts to
classic.
humanity.
You can check it out in the classic work. The sister from the woods with 1,000 young.
Yeah.
That'll help you explore that content.
Ooh, I wonder if you put that thing in the AI if it's blocked.
Oh man, that would be amazing if it was. Because that's one they're like, this is fucking hentai, and like you don't even see nipple. Like
Well, he knows the names of a lot of things, but I haven't tested to see if he knows like Lovecraft monsters. Because there's probably a lot of images of Lovecraft monsters out there.
Oh, most definitely.
I don't though. I don't want to do serious stuff with it really. I feel like maybe if I ever had free time and I like paid for, like a real one to sit around and play with procedurally animating shit and stuff like it. Like then maybe I would do more serious. But like if we're just helping Microsoft train an AI, I want to train it to be a worse fucking Nazi than that chat.
That's great. I want to have more pictures of Hank Hill mourning Bobby Hill's death.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We need more of that. Like that. Those pictures are so moving.
They are moving.
I just thought everybody was doing their best to like ruin it, like has happened with every other.
No, that's just the way my brain
before.
works.
Yeah, it needs to be destroyed in the same way that I mean, at the end of the day, this thing is a corporate AI. There is no people's AI. Like that's not a thing. Nobody has
but the people are giving it the grist in a way. So it's up to us to make sure that it's as fucking stupid and shitty as we are.
I just
have a people's AI.
Billy gave Hitchbot
that makes it the people's AI by virtue of the fact that it's a piece of shit like us.
Yeah. I just know it won't give up and it wants me dead. That's it. That's all I know. If you got that reference, good for you. You're as old as I am. You fucking loser. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Death is looming.
God damn this noise inside my head. Stop. All right, you can move on.
I'll shut up.
I'm thinking
I finally got it. Fuck.
Did you get it? Yeah. How about that reference? You weren't expecting that shit to happen tonight.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
I'm just thinking of like, later on it's just like it's in like a murder robot, and it's looking around, it's scanning for victims, but it's like Arnold or whatever, but he just says Twitter stuff.
Yeah.
In like an Austrian accent as the Terminator.
Wait, what about it?
I mean, AI can literally do that for you now. You can literally like take all the drill tweets, get a Arnold Schwarzenegger like ace or AI voice, and like
He says it when he blows people away. He's like, "Don't put it in the newspapers that I got mad."
What about an aromantic Arnold Schwarzenegger? And he's like, "I just want to bang," and then they're like, "This is just Arnold Schwarzenegger." We didn't change a fucking thing. Wait, what about it won't give up? It gave me head. God damn this ugly dude named Fred. How about that?
Come on, my face.
Come on, feel. Wait, no, that's gonna get too vulgar. Never mind. Never mind.
No, it's bad if Dan stops himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like, okay, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
He knows the listeners have delicate sensibilities.
I do know they're weak. They're frail little babies, and I can't hurt them. They're just so cute. I can't hurt the babies. I don't want to do that.
How fucker be Schwarzenegger? I guess he's actually healthy. He's not like a liver mass situation.
It'd be cooler if he was.
I think he got off the fucking like supplement bus right before Permanent Death Town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems that way.
I think he dodged it by like a fucking like a cunt hair.
Which Permanent Death Town is also a really cool name for a band, right? Okay, hold on.
Permanent Death. Just plain old Permanent Death by itself works pretty good.
We were watching Real Housewives earlier because my wife is like really into it. So I'm like, what's the harm in being being nice to your wife? Like that seems like such a low bar, So obviously I punched her, but see, it snuck it in. Where was the bastard at? That's right.
How is it gonna compete with synthetic housewives though? Like when the AI takes over.
Well, when you look at these women, you already know there's a lot of synthesis going on. If you catch my drift, there's a lot of them boobs are fake. Them boobs. I'm sorry if you thought those boobs were real.
Folks, the intelligence is not artificial.
Yes, the intelligence is not artificial, but the boobs are.
I can kind of deal with any reality show now if I just sit there and think about the miserable sons of bitches that have to cut the shit and edit it, and they're like, "Oh God!"
I just think about the
those fucking guys are almost as bad off as the dudes Elon fired for like the content security. Like watching like a toddler get like fucking sectioned.
Yeah.
The housewives editors are like they're just an imperceptible step above.
Just imagine if you had to bang those women though. Like, just
isn't that what the show's about? It's called Housewives. I'm assuming that a dude blows through and like lays pipe every now and then.
I mean, the house must butt them eventually, right?
Yeah. No, you just imagine just having to be around those. Like, it's the best one out of all and the most horrible is Lisa Vanderpump. If you want an idea of how awful these women are.
I think that's the one where people post a lot of stuff from like the spin-off show or something.
Yeah. Well, Real Housewives has like 90 spin-offs because it's really like for some reason what the world needed was more rich white women doing shit on TV, right? That's the
sounds great.
They should do like Real Housewives of Mithridates and like see how high they can get their like arsenic resistance.
I want to do Real Housewives of like Lower Nebraska. And like just a bunch of fat Midwestern women who are just like eating fucking deep fried bonbons with mayonnaise as a topping, and just being like, "Get Ricky off the jet skis! Get Ricky off the jet skis! Your daddy got to go meet the governor today. Get him off the jet skis."
Is it possible to like water ski on corn?
Yeah, it is.
Can we invent like some kind of surface area effect vehicle like the Soviets had back in the day that like. It's like a hovercraft, but it's like a hover plane.
Yeah.
Fly that over the cornfields.
Go get your brother Ricky. Go get your brother Ricky off. This woman is just like 9,000 fucking pounds. Her husband is like built from chaw, right? Like his entire digestive tract is just chew. And fucking, it's like obviously they're millionaires. Like they're just fucking millionaires in Nebraska, but they're just like just because like Nebraska millionaires are the apex of disgusting. Like it just makes me happy just to think about all the time.
At some point, people have to like, even like what the nouveau riche.
Yeah.
Like eventually, something's got to kick. Something's got to kick.
Yeah, something's got to kick. Something's got to kick in that dick.
I will say though, even though a lot of it is cheesy, there's some standout material in like the neighboring genre of like people that were wealthy, but then they fell off. Like, okay, a lot of it delves to cheese. A lot of it becomes shows that people are unjustifiably obsessed with. But a lot of the big streaming shows that were well written and well made enough to kind of enjoy the narrative a little bit, especially outside of reality television. It is this genre of like, well, what if rich people but bad stuff happen? Like, and I think
billionaire.
Right. It always starts off like alien to you and less depressing than a more serious drama that starts off about somebody that has real problems like yours. Right? There's always that escapist layer to it. Like
it sounds like the video equivalent of that like Price is Right sound. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Like you're sad but you're happy about it.
Yeah.
But you guys know the whole genre I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. It's like
I definitely saw one of those online, and it he was actually like hitting real strife. The millionaire was effectively hitting real strife and struggle, and then the literal next scene, they're like, I found a guy to co-sign on a bunch of properties for me, and I've become a landlord.
On it.
And they're just like, there's no in between there. There's no view of the negotiation, they're just like, it's the most obviously fake thing where this guy's just like, just buy some property, you fucking poor bastards.
Yeah, just get some magical fucking dude to co-sign some property. It'd be amazing if they did show the behind the scenes and he was like, I blew him. Like,
What does the sense?
he made me blow.
He'd have a thumbs up, and it'd be like real extra corporate.
Yeah, he's got like a thumbs up and he's got white shit on his chin and he's like, I had to blow this guy.
It's extremely popular.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's, you know, to be fair, that was in Jank's video, but that's because Jank watches a lot of that genre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Like,
That's true.
Dickus Ex Machina? Like,
yeah.
what genre is this?
It's the genre where, like, rich people are like, I'll make you rich, but you got to do something for me. And they're like, I wonder what it is. What's the thing I have to do for them?
I gotta say that just sounds like Skinamax.
Yeah. Except this one shows the blowjob.
That's what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Well, there's a movie where it's deeply wound into the plot about every 20 years. That's how often they can get away with just making a movie called, you know, rich people just want to bang you in some terrible way.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
which is like, I wish they would give it like a classier name. That's the entire problem with those movies. They always have me fall off because I'm like, oh, okay, well, I already knew that, so you're not teaching this old dog a new trick.
How horrible is it?
Yeah, how horrible is capitalism? Oh, it's that horrible. And
That's quite horrible.
yeah. Well, that fell off. That fell off weirdly fast. Like we were in a good riff about gay sex and then it just died on us. Man. That has to be like gay sex with Kevin Spacey though, right? That's how that shit has to go. It's like we were having a great time and then suddenly it all fall off.
And suddenly Kevin Spacey showed up.
Yep. Kevin Spacey. It all fell off. I had to look at Kevin Spacey's face.
Somebody was doing that gag where somebody was doing that gag where you try to make people think somebody died.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, R.I.P. Kevin Spacey." And I sat there and I thought about it for a minute. That motherfucker is going to live to be like 90 and like look like that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did they reform his career yet? Is he back around again?
I don't think
so.
They want to, but no.
No, it hasn't happened.
No,
I think he's got a new job now.
He's rich enough and white enough.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like his job is to post those creepy videos, which I can't imagine who would pay somebody to do something like that.
Thing is, no one really liked him. His characters were always like convincingly sleazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine who would pay somebody to post videos that weird. Hey, in other news, did you guys hear about that weird PETA protest that was so over the top?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, it was crazy.
They took down a kid a fellow comrade on fucking Twitter. They were like testing the waters from a new angle. They're like, why don't we just scream, "Would you eat a dog?" Which is like, why don't we just do anti-Korean racism because they do.
I'm not gonna like believe that they're true blue unless they literally eat a fucking dog in front of me. I'm sorry.
What? They're true blue meat eaters?
Yeah. No. Like they have to hire somebody and be like, yeah, okay. So if you believe that, if they have like somebody who believes that eating like, you know, beef is the same as eating a dog or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They should literally get them to eat a dog on camera.
Have they met meat eaters?
You guys know that
I'd eat a
professional racist. You guys know that professional racist Christian white girl Melanie Mack, where like all those horned up like 50-something chuds follow her, and like one of them's going to do a mass shooting, I'm sure, pretty soon. But like, she gets them all riled up by being like, "Oh yeah, vegans suck. Post your steaks." And then like, did you guys see that one I found where it's the guy and he has a red, white, and blue pistol next to the steak, and the steak has butter pats on it that are shaped like skulls.
Well, and to be fair, the steak.
How's the cook on the steak though?
Color pat.
Well, I have Christopher.
No, I got to see the steak like that. No, I got to see it.
It wasn't shown cut.
Well done, slightly burnt.
Oh,
You
fucking
can tell-
Svengali ass bullshit. You got to show the cut. You got to show the cross section.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell. Here, I'll find it real quick. You can kind of tell from even from the top that like
Might be
okay,
a good idea. Yeah.
it was probably cooked pretty well. But
Oh,
like,
fuck.
Yeah, of course.
I love dunking on fucking conservatives when they're like, "Oh, look how good my brisket is." What was that one guy who did the brisket? And it was like drier than Ben Shapiro's wife's pussy.
Yeah. He was proud of
God
it.
damn, I was trying to find it by searching my shit for the term skulls, and there's like 80,000 fucking posts. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
Just a fucking high school goth from like 2001.
Apparently. God damn. All right, hang on.
Okay, but for real though.
But he answered LG because he posted in the comments like, "Hey man, like where do you get the little skull butters? Like, is that something you buy?" And the guy's like,
"Skull butters sounds like some kind of like pre like civil rights era black person name."
Yeah. Skull butters.
Skull butters.
Yeah, no, that's like a
that's
like in a book somewhere that got banned for being racist.
Yeah.
Or it's a product that people used to use, like bring me my skull butters. But
I
like
need my skull butters. I'm getting a migraine.
Is it patent medicine? Is it patent medicine that you rub into your brain? Yeah, it's like
60% fucking opiates.
Definitely.
It's like it's opiates and like that are in a like.
Yeah, it's supposed to give
you
don't forget
you
about the
master
13% cocaine base.
It's supposed to give you master
and the
brain.
cannabis and liquor.
I'm 13% cocaine based. Do you understand?
You gotta make
me?
sure you measure
I
before
am.
and after.
Okay, so there's
because I'm cocaine and I'm based.
All right, yeah. Okay.
All right, you get the joke
The
now?
gun is very sad.
Yeah,
but
the stakes like
But look
honestly,
at
it looks a little bit under.
He has to melt the butter and pour it into the skull molds and then refrigerate it so he can put it on a steak to show to a Christian racist girl that lives inside his computer that he has a crush on.
Yes.
No, but like, okay, think about this. That's the exact same amount of work that you do to make a good compound butter, right?
Yeah.
So
I guess.
his goal is different. It doesn't make the steak. I mean, it'll still make the steak a little bit better.
Yeah, like I guess the cookery itself is valid.
Okay.
Like, right?
It's not bad. It's not bad. It looks a little bit under, but I mean, like for me.
Guys, I think you're missing the most obvious question here. What if God smoked weed?
What if God is weed?
What if God is
That's the real question.
That is the real question. Like all our bullshit, we need to ask the serious communist question.
I mean,
right now.
you have biblical precedent. You have
got a bunch
the
of
literal
blood.
burning bush.
Yeah. Burning bush is the disorder I have whenever I don't wash after the gym.
This guy's name is Carnivorous Libertarian.
Carnivorous Libertarian. And he's like,
I never looked at
I gotta show my handgun.
I saw some shit. Libertarian progressive.
I've heard that before. I got bad news. That is just what a progressive is.
They are now, Jesus.
Yeah.
They didn't give him much choice, did they?
Well, I mean, how many decades of my body, my choice before you just absorb libertarian propaganda completely? How many decades do you think? I'm thinking about 30. I'm thinking 30 decades.
Decades or
Yeah.
years?
No, 30 decades, because I'm going back to the end, like the beginning of human civilization. I think
This guy,
300 years?
Yeah, 300
30
years.
decades?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm so mutated by libertarianism that I forget how time works, and I think all time began the moment that America was
Except slavery. Slavery happened really a long time ago, and you can't go back 2 generations. It's so far.
Yeah,
everyone should get over it.
It's basically archaic history being 25 decades ago. So like, obviously.
Well, if you think the Earth is 10,000 years old, like slavery was forever ago. So of course those fucking idiots believe that.
Yeah, like
slavery is forgotten forever in the dustbin of history. So quit complaining about it and get back to work.
Yeah, or else I'll starve you.
No, this guy's shit says carnivorous libertarian jumping on the carnivore diet and believe in letting everyone else do what they want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. and then make my butter into skulls. I eat my steak with a gun.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, dude?
Clearly.
Like, he has the gun post next to the steak. Like, it looks like he's going to shoot a fucking chunk off of it and pick it up with a fork.
He's going to have to.
The steak.
There should be a fucking restaurant. You know how you can pick your own lobster?
Yeah.
There should be one where they put a side of beef up there, and they give you a fucking
a handgun.
like Hitler's buzzsaw.
Yeah.
I love
And
it.
if you shoot off a piece, that's what you buy.
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh no! Don't crash now! No, god damn it! No! Don't crash now!
What is it?
No! No! This is some bullshit. This is some bull. No! Fuck! No! Come on! No! Don't crash! Oh, I crashed! Fuck! No! Okay! No! 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 Fuck! All right. Here's the situation. I get 248 out of 500 population slots built. My empire is nowhere as big as it could be. I'm fucking taking over the island the Chinese are inhabiting right now as the Byzantines. I'm fucking working on the fucking coup.
What? So you're doing one China policy, but as the Byzantines.
I'm doing one China policy as the Byzantines. I'm totally fucking doming them right now. I've evicted all of their fucking civilians and I'm destroying all of their fortified infrastructure so I can take over their island.
Yeah, as any good one China policy should.
Yes, and I'm dominating the Cumans navally right now, and the fucking game crashed. Are you fucking kidding me? Ah, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. I fucking had them. I had them over a fucking barrel. Had them over a fucking barrel. By the way, that is what I've been doing this entire episode. Is just conquering the fucking island chain. I was fucking ruling. Oh, and I had the Spanish as my allies, so I had this great trade network set up. The Japanese were like, "Aha, we're gonna fucking nuke your trade routes," and I was like, "Bitch, welcome to the Eastern Orthodox Empire, motherfucker. Rome lives," and just sent in the fire ships. I had that navy fucking subdued. They're just waiting to get invaded one day. Nope. Chinese and the Cumans, I got them disciplined. They're my bitches. Nope. Fucking games like, fuck you. Are you having fun finally with your cataphracts? Your favorite fucking unit in Age of Empires 2? Are you? Fuck you. Fuck you.
I like the religious elements. Like, you've got it there in their later releases. You've got it. It eventually popped up in Civilization. I mean, like,
wait, I got
it is a minor.
You mean
it is a minor.
That deep religious talk that's like, woo-loo-loo. Woo-loo-loo. That's right, I know it. I know the meme. Two fucking monks square off in the woods. Woo-loo-loo, woo-loo-loo, woo-loo-loo. God damn, I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. I had them, though. Here's the fucking thing. I had them on lock. I had them lock, stock, and barrel. They were fucked. They were fucked, and I'm so pissed. God damn
Such
it.
a long.
And I'm really sorry that your imaginary soldiers lost.
They didn't lose. They got crashed out on. The cataphracts were fucking crushing it. Rome was riding or dying.
They didn't win, though, did they?
Constantinople was not going to fall. Do you understand? We had it. 3 islands under our control out of 12. 3 out of 12. 8 players in the game. 3 out of 12 belong to this guy. The Byzantines were rocking ass. Fuck.
They were getting busy.
They were getting Byzantined. That's right.
No, like busy, but just like with, a Y.
That was fucking Matt Gates' Venmo account name.
Here comes Busy Bone.
Thank you for going there. I was like, how do I wrap that into that kind of a joke? And you nailed it.
I'm glad you set it up. It was really easy.
Yeah, thank you. I try. I try. We make a good comedy team. Make a good comedy. Maybe we should maybe we should write a sitcom where we're 2 crazy guys in the city, and like you're like a cool rocker guy, and I'm like this fucking.
One's like a closet gay, like short white guy with a fro. I think worked with computers, and the other guy was like from Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, and you're like from Kyrgyzstan, and I'm a tall, fat, gay guy.
Wait, are you talking about
like a rectangular shaped gay guy, like the gay guys who get ass because they're tall.
Yeah.
Not because they're cut. Yeah, but they're not because they're big. Just because they're like the tall rectangular guy.
Yeah, but
like a ruler-shaped gay guy.
Right.
It sounds like Ryan.
Dan.
It sounds like Ryan
Perfectly
Murphy's
rectangular.
Right, but like the twist is I can't stop doing blackface.
Was there any Steely Dan songs about like a rectangular gay guy?
Any Steely Dan songs about a rectangular gay guy?
The amazing rectangular gay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Theme song.
I'm about to embarrass myself. I really don't know Steely Dan very well.
Neither do I. That's why I was asking.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. That can be like one of the jokes. We keep referencing how cool Steely Dan is, but we actually don't know who the fuck Steely Dan is.
Oh, well, if you don't, that song totally exists.
I have no idea.
We spend the entire episode harassing men in the bathroom. Are you Steely Dan? Are you
Steely Dan is a dildo. It's not a person.
What's that?
Steely Dan is a dildo. It's not a person.
Is it really?
It is really. It's the name of a dildo in Naked Lunch.
No, it's a rock band. Oh, shit!
Well, the rock named itself after the dildo in the book.
Oh. Really? In Naked Lunch?
Dan is the friends we made along the way.
In a burrow novel.
Holy fuck, I've just now seen my first picture of Steely Dan, and my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, dropping it in chat.
Look, when you live in Interzone and you're all shut up. When you live in Interzone and you're all shut up with bug poison, it's really hard to come, okay?
Okay.
You don't know what day it is. You don't know whether it's the beginning of the movie or the middle of the movie.
Cum day or not cum day. Okay. That's the only problem. You're like, oh, it's not a cum day. It's
what about instead of training day, it's anal training day?
How about braining day?
No, anal training day. You gotta stick it real far up your ass, Jake.
How about draining day?
Draining day. You gotta get to the balls, Jake.
You should dig up William Price.
Their balls look mad full.
You ever seen a dick girl, Jake? That's not ours either.
Jesus.
Denzel Washington screaming this shit.
Oh man! As soon as we unshackle the AI, we got to get like Denzel Washington sucking off Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
We call it braining day.
No, we gotta get Denzel Washington sucking off Denzelette Washington with Denzelette Washington screaming, "You ain't never seen a dick girl, Jake." That's kind of the fucking power right there. I wonder, you know what? I shouldn't be doing it on the show. I know I shouldn't, but just Dan's going into the science lab to see if he can make something happen right now. Bing image creator. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, man. I got no ammo left.
Use all your Bing coins.
I have 24
Bing coins.
I have 24 boosts for today, so I'm gonna use them.
Oh, I got 220 war medals from fighting a war. What the fuck is that icon? What is this shit?
Let's see. We can't create your images right now. No, fuck that. Create it. Try.
What is this shit? It's like I'm a fucking troop. This is dope. I suddenly really like Bing because I'm just like stealing valor by using the search.
Fuck yeah, dude. Your image is being created by the AI. Let's see if it gets it right.
Your image is being created by the AI.
You're an AI warrior.
So it did work then. I'm assuming. Yeah. I'm assuming that your prompt worked.
The FBI are currently en route to Dan's house.
That's a dude asking his dad out to the prom.
I'm surprised it didn't put. Since you didn't specify a race, I'm surprised that the speech bubble doesn't say ethnically ambiguous.
It knew to make them white.
I did Jewish Korean Bill Cosby, and then it had him on a background where it was like some kind of awards show, you know, where they say that the type of award, but it's like in the background, like on a piece of like wallpaper, and it just said Jewish Korean. It was really weird. I'll find it. I'll put it in the Discord.
Oh man,
it was crazy.
This one's going on Twitter. I can't waste it. I can't waste it just on the show. I gotta make sure everybody definitely sees it, including the non-viewers.
No, it's at the big convention center. Yeah, it's where they're giving out the award to Jewish Korean Bill Cosby. It's at the big convention center. You know, the Jewish Korean.
Jewish Korean Bill
That's the name of it. People just call it the
Ancient
Jewish Korean.
B-roads.
It's the JK Awards. Oh God, I'm scrolling through some of the stillbirth Bobby Hills.
Ew.
That's the one that goes on the Twitter account of like Microsoft or Bing or whatever. That's the one where you post it directly on their timeline. Yeah, that one. That's the one where you post it directly on their timeline and you're like, thank you for making my dreams a reality. It's that exact picture right there.
That's the best one.
Yeah, the sun shining one is like, it's like a fucked up decal that you would see somebody with on the back of their car.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be like some kind of like pro-life thing.
I want you to know that Bing Image Generator is not rejecting Jewish Korean Bill Cosby.
Oh no, it does not. It does not reject that. No, it's good. It's all good.
Eats an entire pig.
Somebody finally got it to do Drake pulling his I think what's his name? Justin Wang finally got it to do. His quest was to get it to do Drake pulling his eyes sideways to make himself look Chinese and make
holy shit. Come on, finally, man. There's no way. There's no way. That's too fucked up.
Here, this is fascinating. Oh my god, these are fucking terrible.
He finally did get it to do it by manipulating the prompts somehow.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I thought you saw those already.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh fucking hell. It does that one. Those, look at that shit.
When I saw those, you know what the first thing I thought of was the Coke bottles. When as soon as they posted the make your own Coke bottle thing, you just nuked it for days.
Yeah, I got in so much trouble for that. Because you couldn't say share a Coke with a boop, but you could say with boops. Like, you could do that.
Just nuked it, just carpet bombed it for days, and just posted the shit all over the shit.
Share a Coke with race war.
Coke, thanks for letting me make this.
You couldn't say share a Coke with trans people, but if you use the term tranny, the old acceptable, no longer acceptable.
Oh no.
Yeah, it would let you say share a Coke with trannies or transsexuals. Like if you use archaic terms. Hold on.
Honestly,
make your own Coke bottle. It let you do it with gooks too. Like in terms of like racist shit you could buy, share a Coke with gooks. Zipper heads was fine. Like there were a bunch that was totally okay.
Oh, I like this one.
Definitely Pride. We definitely want a Pride Coke for what I'm about to type.
I want to make a fucking blunt like that. Maybe like Mechanic Hank Hill, like a.
Fascinating! Ooh! I made the perfect
like
one for Pride. Would you guys like to see it?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is an oh boy moment indeed. That Hank Hill blunt one, the super blunt.
Damn.
Yeah.
Pending approval.
Daniel!
Oh yeah, shareacoke.com is still okay with a lot of racism. Because if you notice, I started with that one because I was like, I bet it's going to let that slip through. I bet the content filter still doesn't care about that word. And then you can add whatever you want at the end.
It went hard on Jewish Korean Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
what the shit?
Dude, that Korean Bill Cosby rocks, right? Jewish Korean Bill Cosby eating ham with a pig. I bet. Do you want to?
I love that the fucking like the little thing on his lab coat says Jewish Korean, and it's got an incredibly good Star of David.
Who wants
Let's be
to
real,
bet,
that's really good.
Who wants to bet that I can get the Coke thing to say the K slur and the N slur together?
Oh,
okay.
Who wants to bet?
We gotta do real odds on this shit though.
Yeah, who wants to bet? No, I already know
I'll
the
bet
answer.
$10, but... 10 USD.
Okay, on which
that
one?
You can do it.
That you can? Okay,
yeah.
Let's cut the bullshit. Does anybody think you can?
I think you can do it for $10. Yeah, I think you can do it. But I'm gonna give you like a week.
Okay. Does anybody think you can get it to do it?
Like,
excuse me. Does anybody think you can't do it? Does anybody actually?
I'm not comfortable placing a wager.
What is it doing?
We're trying to get the Coke bottle thing to say the phrase "share a Coke with K slurs."
I thought you meant the what's it called, the Bing image creator. Sorry,
No.
I retract my bet.
Do you think?
Do you think?
I think there's enough. I think there's enough fucking wiggle in the Bing thing.
Yeah.
You might be able to do it, and it's enticing enough. I think you do it.
Do you think the Coke thing will let you do it?
No.
You don't.
I have no faith in Coke, so I think it'll let both.
Okay, now the next thing is, am I allowed to post the evidence pro or con? Or do you have to take my word on it?
Yeah, no, go ahead and...
I don't need
it just works. It just works.
I really don't.
You can just do it. You can just do it. It doesn't care.
You didn't have to cheat it at all?
No, you didn't have to cheat
it.
You do have to cheat it.
Does it only censor the fucking singular?
Its censor filter, I think it looks for everything in the box, but it goes in order. So if
that's crazy because even the Bing thing that cut me off when I tried to do Frederick Douglass, but I spelled his name correctly with the ass at the end.
No, you know what it is? It's phrase based. It's not looking for combinations of letters. It's looking for exact phrases.
Oh my god. My god, to be the fucking programmer who probably made $200,000 designing that shit.
Yeah.
And you just fucking waltz off and let somebody rock that out on there. I'm going to try that now. I have to fucking try.
Yeah, do it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Just go to the Coke thing. Now, of course, what's going to happen is on the back end, right? It would definitely... I'm going to take that one down. That's making me uncomfortable the more and more I look at it. Both of those are. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a point where
it's gone, hey.
It's not gone. It's right there. You can have it if you want proof. But
no, I'm saying where's the share a Coke with
you
link?
Want the link? Yeah, here. Yeah, so it's looking, because if you just put in the word, the word, or the word plural, it will stop it. So it's looking for exact phrasing, and it's it must be counting a combination of counting letters and characters, because I wonder if I change that to a Z, if that will change anything.
It's so great too.
Or if you make
it absolutely, it absolutely is.
I was conservative at the start. I didn't put any spaces between the words, and we got a positive there.
Wait, did it work? By the way, if you change the S in that word to a Z, it'll do that one, but it did the one I did too. You can put the spaces in it. It's fine. But yeah,
oh my god, really?
Yeah, that top one is real. I put that in through the website.
Holy shit!
It got through step one.
Yeah, scroll up in the Discord a little bit, Skirt.
Yeah.
He already posted it.
I wanted to see it for myself. I was like, this could be an elaborate fucking Photoshop.
If you change it to NI blah 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 Z, it will take that too. So it's only looking for the S form.
That's wild.
Hold on, let me see.
That's so fucked up that they're that shitty.
Oh, it'll definitely do the colloquial where the AZ ending. So if you use AZ at the end instead of the other two letters.
It's Oz.
Yeah, but funny enough, you can't just say singular in that. It knows that one. It knows a blank.
Oh my god, just type it in a couple more times to fucking catch it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they really did a great job over there.
Yeah, you can't say the K slur. You can't say the K slur. Let's see if you can say the plural K slur. Can't do that.
Well, actually, it's weird. I feel like saying the singular to somebody is less bad than saying the group word.
You can do this though.
I think the amount of evil you send in the world is worse when you apply it to a group of people, right?
Yeah. You can do that. You can do that. V. As long as you have V, the content.
That's a really good punk name, though.
Yeah, that one is.
I don't know. I'm gonna see if there's any of that on SoulSeek.
Wait, let me try with a bunch.
Really like that rainbow bottle.
Well, we want it's Pride themed. We wanted to make it Pride themed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we wanted to show
Isn't
our
October
pride.
ADHD Awareness Month?
Yeah.
I thought that the funniest ones were during that year when it was Pride and they first let you do this. A lot of the funniest ones was Dan just running every kind of like super homophobic, like over the top slur for homosexuals through it.
Yeah.
That was the funniest ones to see on the rainbow background in the Coke font with the little delicate flourish under it.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, obviously, it's a travesty. They shouldn't just be like,
Jesus Christ.
like, we're just going to mail this to your house.
Yeah, this one works.
Well, yeah, if they're only looking for like the actual word all by itself, like of course you can do a whole bunch of like
I bet that one will go through.
compound nouns or whatever they're called. Yeah, you'll get them in.
Oh, definitely. This one was a slam dunk. It was even easier. I didn't have to type that much.
But
we're going back to 4chan 2007, baby, with these ones.
I'm saying, like, for the Bing AI, you know that the first day, probably a lot of the Pepes were like, all right, let's see what kind of terrible shit we can get in there. But it was still a couple days before I saw, today I saw one where a guy rendered, like, a black dude looting some stuff in the style of, like, Norman Rockwell and, like, a bunch of white people, like, all applauding, and he was like, progressive. Or whatever, right? Like,
yeah.
So it took the Pepes a few days to like think of how to be racist and snarky with it, because as Dan I think pointed out on Twitter, it was a long time before they just quit typing slurs into the Bing AI.
Yeah. They got rejected like 12, 13 times in a row, and they're like,
which is, you know,
the Jews made it so I can't say certain words on this.
When you see how the Coke website works, you can't blame them for thinking that.
Well, yeah, the bar is set so low, right?
Well, we should try to break it and be like, you need a better content filter. I remember when I did this, nobody paid attention because you were on that shit, and then I jumped on that shit to fully stress test the motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit. Skirt and I were the first ones to pioneer, like, hey, I think your thing's fucking broken. We tried telling Coke. Coke didn't give a fuck. Pride Month came around.
Not care.
Pride Month came, and what's funny is when Pride Month came around, we were like, yeah, look at all the bigoted shit you can run through, Coke. You need to take all of this off. It's fucking Pride Month, you know. And then people are like, why would you even make that a thing? And I was like, hold the fucking phone here. Are you mad that I stress tested the system, or are you mad that like now you can't enjoy Coke because you know that once we get the pride slurs out, which they didn't even do that, right?
No.
Once they get the pride slurs out, like you can still say racist things like Coke bottle, and you just don't want to deal with them. Like maybe taking out the name, I don't know, like Nigerina. Like, are you mad that like that's like the one name you won't be able to put on a Coke bottle ever to your one fucking coworker one time, right?
Like, my free speech consists of being able to order a custom Coke bottle.
Like,
I need to be able to get the AI to say the N-word to save the world. You don't understand.
Yeah.
It might happen.
I was
it might have to. What if it has to? What if it can't because some, like, I don't know, some fucking liberal made it so you can't?
Like, that's how Jeff Goldblum hacked the alien computer in Independence Day. Like, you can't see it because, like, the shot is from the other side of the computer, but, like, when Jeff Goldblum is like looking into the computer screen and like typing really fast and like hacking an alien computer, he's just
the aliens knew that word. That it just happens to. It's just a complete fucking fluke.
He's just blasting the N-word in all caps as fast.
He's like, yep, that's the only combination of keyboard letters on that alien keyboard that make it say that.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually mean that in their language. It just happens to be like the symbols that look the same.
Yeah, it's just like the name of their planet or whatever. It's like, it's not a big deal. I just, in my mind, I just pictured the libertarian Hanar with the sunglasses. It was just the name of this one planet. This one should be allowed to say it because it is the name of my planet. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me.
This is what we voted on. This is what this one and the others voted to name their planet. It should not be a problem.
If this one's ejaculate does not touch anyone else or anyone else's property, this one has not violated the NAP.
Ergo, this one will continue doing what it was on the bus.
If this one catches their ejaculate in a cup, no property has been damaged.
Ew.
He's got all those tentacle arms, so he's really good at doing libertarian permissible public masturbation.
Yeah.
As discussed on a previous episode of Sons of Trier, the entirely permissible act that doesn't violate the NAP of masturbating in public.
Technically, it doesn't. I mean,
It's not violence unless it hits you in the face.
right. Which is another problem with the NAP.
What about the photons? What about cock photons?
Not actually violence.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, if I'm a fucking libertarian, I bet I could figure out a way to do like, if the cocked photons are from somebody who calls themselves female, then it's literally like a fucking phaser to the dome.
Yeah, it's violence.
Yeah, it's violence in that case, but only that case. That's the only way that photons can do violence.
Yeah.
Also, what was that one guy who like got hit by like? It wasn't good, but it was a guy who got hit with like a flashing light GIF or GIF or whatever the fuck, and he had. Oh, is that Kurt Eichenwald?
Yeah.
Kurt Eichenwald, yeah,
so,
Kurt
yeah.
Eichenwald.
Who the
This
fuck
was a
Who the fuck's Kurt
Okay,
Eichenwald?
Oh fuck, this is real old
He's
shit.
the tentacle porn guy.
Yeah. I
He's
think
the
some
dude that had all
dudes like
the
fucking
brown-
attacked
I mean,
him.
he's also like, I guess, some sort of like commentator or
Yeah, he's a journalist of something. Yeah.
something, but he's the tentacle porn guy.
Yeah, he had a shitload of tabs open on like tentacle porn.
It was allegedly something like that, but I remember him for sure on Twitter. Somebody, I don't remember of what political stripe, could have been a conservative, could have been a fucking lefty. I don't fucking know. Whatever.
Doesn't really
Piece of
matter.
shit. Someone fucking popped him with a flashing, like a Pokemon flashing seizure gif.
Yeah.
And since he has epilepsy, he fucking allegedly had a seizure. I don't know if that was really what happened because legal liability.
No, it tracks. It tracks. Like, you know, he woke up from that medical event, and then every day since then, he was just obsessed with like 1980s like low budget tentacle anime porn.
Oh Christ Almighty! It was in 2019. I deserve to be murdered.
I can't remember. It would be funnier if I could remember what the screenshot that he was trying to show off or what he was trying to illustrate, like when he posted the screenshots of the video or whatever of all the other tabs being open to like panty ripping octopus face 6 or whatever. Like
that would be awesome. I love old people who don't know to like just hide the pornography. Like you can just turn off.
But it turns out it was like a really fucking shitty anti-Semite who did it.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
Oh,
I mean,
so-
like
That sucks. There's plenty of non-anti-Semitic reasons to be kind of mean to Kurt Eichenwald, but
right.
That seems like it tracks. He doesn't seem like he's cool. He seems like he's sucks shit.
Yeah, no, he's for sure not cool. But like, even the most shitty Jewish person doesn't deserve to be dunked on because they're Jewish. They deserve to be dunked on because they're shitty, right?
Yeah,
So
because they suck shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you're going. That's where you're driving. That's where you should be driving.
Okay. All right. So
it was around 2019 when I finally changed my name from Ari Goldstein to Skirt Vonnegut.
Hey, Jenk, don't let me forget, because after the show I want to tell you that the high tide list I'm on. Don't let me forget. But
Okay.
we're winding down anyway. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, so we talked streamer drama. Oh, I guess Hassan had his uncle on.
Oh, he had Jink on, didn't he?
Yeah. For a little that's worth. Is anybody interested in talking about that more than mentioning that it happened? I don't think I care.
Like,
Wait, what happened?
I saw somebody that watched it posting about it. It was Hassan had his uncle Jenk that does the Young Turks is supposedly running for president and all this shit.
Oh, I thought you meant our Jank.
No.
That too.
Oh, okay. Then
No.
I don't care. I don't want to hear about him.
It's Big Jenk. It's not Cool Jenk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not interested in the story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. They got in a fight. They got in a little bit of a political fight, piss fight on the old Twitch. So you deserve a seizure for your posts.
Yeah.
You caused a seizure.
Sounds
Yeah, Jank Engels. Jank Engels, shout out because Skirt's unaware of your existence.
Kurt's what now?
Skirt Vonnegut is unaware of your existence.
Oh, hey,
Oh
what's
yeah,
up?
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's because we haven't pulled you into the fucking morass of the horrors of the thing. Whatever it's called now. That the
Dead
guy
Dead names, because that used to piss John off real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Fucking
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss fucking with John. Like, if you want to know the honest to God truth, like making him uncomfortable was a really fun game.
Well, John knew about a lot of shit. John knew about a lot of shit that I was too chicken shit to find out about.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only reason that we have like some of the episodes of the show that we have. Like
Yeah.
the episode about how shitty the power grid actually is, how bad the decisions that surround all kinds of important shit like that are. Like,
yeah, the power
honestly,
grid one actually is now also, because of how bad everything is now an evergreen episode. You can play that at any time of year, and somewhere the power grid's going to be failing.
Yeah, we use the Texas.
How much does it cost to fucking fix it again?
It's
an ass load.
Well, we were right about to find out, but then I interrupted them in the middle of the episode because I had to get them to give me their blessing to use the Jew gold to go ahead and buy the power plant from Henry McMaster.
Right.
Like, that was right in the middle of that episode. So it was
you could have fixed everything.
It was actually right about to get explained, like, what the path forward was for, the power system in the nation, due to like a lot of serious and pressing issues that had happened. But then, I had to get these guys, stop what they were doing for a minute and, help me move some bodies, like, marine bodies, like not human.
A whole bunch of dugongs that you fucked to death.
Yeah.
Like it was not human bodies.
Oh, is that what happened to those vaquita dolphins in the Amazon?
Yeah.
No, listen, it's gonna look like human bodies, okay? But it's not. So we gotta move it.
You cut the tail in half. Yeah, we've all been there. Fuck.
Yeah.
If people started asking questions, it wouldn't even be like a criminal thing. It would, at the most, okay, at the most.
Bodies, or are we talking just pieces?
Like, it could be either way, but at the most,
the surviving manatees' families would sue.
I don't think they can't talk human language. I don't think they can do that. But listen, at the most, it's not going to be criminal.
They have those little spirally nose thingies, those spiky things.
Oh God, no! The highest level that it could possibly go to is you could get fucked with by like park rangers or something. Right. But like, look, it's just going to be this one time. I just need help this one time, and it's not human bodies, but it's going to look like that. So we have to move it as if it was human bodies. We got to be very careful. It's got to be very late at night. Okay, we got to make sure that we remove.
Are you sure we can't just like liquefy
only
them?
White people, because they're the only people who a cop would kind of believe about that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, definitely, yeah. We have to make sure that exactly the right person.
No, I know you'd be equal opportunity if it was any other kind of thing. I understand.
Listen, if we get pulled over, just point at the nearest black person and say, "Oh my goodness, look at what they just did."
He's got a gun.
Don't even point at a black person. Just point and just be like, "I saw a black person." They'll jump on it. You can just point at a tree.
Who was that fucking dumb asshole, like that dumb Greek piece of shit, talking about ways to survive New York the other day? Was that today?
Yeah.
I thought I caught
the fucking diaper shitting asshole.
Oh yeah. The guy that was like just listed off all these things that he thought.
Like only wear running shoes in New York because you have to run.
You have to run for your life constantly.
Yeah, or like have a gun so you can fucking gun battle the gangbangers like you're fucking John Wick.
Yeah. He thinks that, like, what's weird is for a guy who almost certainly is like, what would be great if society were a libertarian power fantasy, the terror he has at New York being that libertarian power fantasy is telling, right? They don't buy any of this bullshit. At the end of the day, they all just want lower taxes because they're too much of a pussy. But they're like, because if they really meant like, oh my God, can you believe Chicago is a hellhole with all the violent crime? Like, you should be happy. The market is working as you want it to. That should
No,
be
they would wait. They would wait until there was a RoboCop that would just fucking kill every black person in a certain neighborhood, and then they'd move in.
Yeah, like they just lie about this shit. They want you to have a degraded quality of life to save the resources for themselves. They don't actually want to live in their own fucking bullshit. Because if you lived in your own fucking bullshit, you'd be terrified every minute of the day. Even fantasizing about a place that does all the bullshit that you love, but they have a different skin color drives you insane, conservatives. So like that's the tell that you're full of shit. I'm sorry, you tell on yourselves.
In real life, RoboCop would have been black because then they could have said it was one of you guys.
Right.
That would have been a really good like blaxploitation film, though. If only RoboCop was made in like 68. Then they could have done Black RoboCop in 71, 72.
RoboCop was the
baddest
man on the force.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
An afro?
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dead or alive. Dead or alive, motherfucker, you're coming with me.
Oh god, like the helmet, instead of it being like conforming to the skull, it would just be a gigantic like aluminum afro.
Until he ran into drug dealer Kurt Baldwin, a white man who shot him 76 times, including...
Oh, they're not going to make a Jewish guy a white man. Come on.
No,
it's 1972, dog.
No, but he's a white dude who runs it. And I forgot that. I forgot the character's name, so now he's Kurt White Man, named after the actor.
Kurt White Man. Kurt White Man. I mean, that's kind of still... it's the straddling a line. It depends on who the producer is, whether the guy is like just a white guy or like a really bad Jewish stereotype.
A corrupt corporation has rebuilt him into the perfect cop. Yeah, we took this dead black guy, we turned him into a RoboCop, we turned him into a cyborg. RoboCop.
No, that's the reveal at the end. Like, the movie is an hour and 50 minutes of RoboCop just mercilessly gunning down all the black people, and then at the end, like, his face visor comes up and it's a black guy, and everybody's like, and then it's Peter Weller walks out as the evil white guy, and he's like,
Peter Weller in blackface.
It's okay.
Yeah. Peter Weller in blackface comes out. No, dude, no, it's just still RoboCop, and then like, it wouldn't be called RoboCop, right? Obviously, we know what they would have called it in the 70s, right? He's Officer Boop.
Robots are colorblind.
Officer Boop. Don't take shit from nobody. Hey, bitch, I'm stealing your purse.
You can't be leaking the name of the new secret Quentin Tarantino movie on the show. We signed an NDA. You can't say Officer Blank. Okay?
Oh god, you know what? Black RoboCop, directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
In the year of 2024.
Yes.
Yeah,
might be a really good movie.
It's not going to be bad. It's going to be really good, but it's not.
Secret. It's not going to be called RoboCop. They'll never. Quentin Tarantino would never call that movie RoboCop. The name alone is going to be
Robot Ass Cop.
No.
It'd be way better. It'd be way better than Black Terminator.
It would be better than Blackinator. Blackinator.
There's so in the Shermanator and it just gets everyone hooked on PCP.
He has the entire future, but it's just for white people. And
yeah,
there's totally a movie called Blackinator, but that's not what it is.
No,
it's just Akinator, but it's a guy who guesses the celebrity that you're thinking of, but he just is black.
Right.
That's Blackinator.
Does it have anything to do with the Baconator?
No.
You could probably. You know what? I'm going to find out.
He's
the blackest cop in town. He's Officer Boop. Officer Boop. Officer Boop. Come on, we need backup. We need backup. Get your black ass in here. It's cold and steel, motherfucker. And then the fucking guys are there, right? They're fighting on the roof or whatever. And he just comes over, he just fucking dunks on them. But when he dunks, he crushes their skulls. And then they like the one white officer is like, that black guy really can jump. Good job, Officer Boop. He turns around.
In trouble.
Shut your cracker mouth. And that just takes it.
we're gonna get in trouble.
Then there's like an extended 10-minute sequence in the break room at the police, like at the police station or whatever. And there's like 3 guys sitting around drinking coffee or whatever. They've got their guns on the table, but they're all relaxed and shit. They're just like this. It's like, I don't know what else to call him. He gets mad at us when we call him that, but that's his name. It's his official designation. That's what it says on his desk. What the fuck are we supposed to do? I don't understand what this guy wants. I don't understand why we all got New York cop accents and we're in fucking Nebraska.
All cops have that accent in movies.
Yeah.
We gotta bust those rich kids that were corn surfing illegally.
We're gonna catch him. We're gonna catch that son of a bitch, Kurt
Holy
Whiteman,
shit.
the only white man in Nebraska who's selling drugs.
It's really powerful corn ethanol.
The Baconator has been detected.
Yeah. Has it? Sweet.
We're gonna get in trouble. We're gonna get in trouble. Somebody is gonna go to Wendy's and try to order a Blackinator by mistake. They're gonna get arrested in the Wendy's drive-thru.
No, that was actually a burger, wasn't it?
The Baconator?
Baconator.
The Baconator's a burger right now.
No, the Blackinator.
The
Blackinator was never.
Oh, was that a burger? I feel like in the
What
80s
was the fucking Darth Vader burger called?
Vader burger?
I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about like just the color of the burger.
It was brown.
The color of the bun. It's the color of the bun.
Yeah, the color of the bun was brown.
It was the Dark Vader burger.
No, they had a black. It was a black burger. It had a black bun, and it was a burger, and it had like red sauce.
So they really made a black burger. What?
Yeah, for Vader, remember?
That was the one where everybody was pooping green and started freaking out, right?
Yeah.
Or was that the Spider-Man burger?
That was a
It looked like
Spider
the brewed with.
I think that was a Spider-Man burger. I don't think that you'd shit green from charcoal.
No, it must
But
have
you
been.
probably-
Maybe it was like the Green Goblin one. I'm not sure,
But
but
was
like,
there a bun that was blue? Because a bun that was blue would definitely make you shit green.
there
Yeah,
was
the
there was
Spider-Burger.
there was some tie-in where apparently your digestive process and the materials involved created an unnatural stool color.
Oh God!
Yeah.
There is a blue. No, is that real? The Blue Beetle at Burger King. That seems not real.
No, it's real.
That's gonna make people shit green.
There was also the Jew Beetle.
Oh, it's not real. No, it's not real.
Yeah, there was also the Jew Beetle, the less popular version.
That's
What
Jewish.
color do you shit when you eat that burger? Though?
What you do
That's
is
just the all-Jewish cover band of the Beatles, by the
When
way,
you-
just to be clear.
the Jew Beetle. When you shit from that burger, you shit out anti-Palestinian propaganda. It just transformed your feces into pamphlets about why the Palestinians have it coming, and why we need to
Damn.
increase the settlements. Yeah, you got to hand it to them. You got to hand it to the American government and the Israeli government. They're really good at trying to get people on board with that from any means possible. They have no fear. There's
What's
no
their
decency.
favorite project? It's their favorite project because you get to test the future.
Yeah.
You get to test what would it be like if we lived in a walled city that was at constant war with poor people. Like, that's their favorite thing that they have because it's that they get to reassure themselves that no matter how bad it gets, it's going to be okay to shoot a guy for getting near a fence. Like, we're testing that like there, we're testing that at the border. Like, that's their favorite thing.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna fucking pop off big time when the climate shit really hits.
Yeah, that's what they're working on.
You guys are literally getting ready for DayZ, but you're just shooting a whole bunch of Central American people. Like, let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
did they
America
really-
sucks.
They gave Elliot Abrams his job back too, didn't they? Speaking of shooting South American people,
They literally turned Elliot Abrams into an Abrams M1 tank.
Robo Abrams. I was
Just
hoping
roll
that
on.
bit would take off. It just doesn't. I'm not even feeling that one. That just sounds sad.
Who's the tanky now?
Who's the tanky now,
Shit.
motherfucker?
okay, now it's working for me.
Yep, I was waiting for that actually.
There we go.
All right, it's time. It's that time. We're getting pretty close to 11:45. We did a good hour and a half. I just want to go out on these words. I want you to understand fully that I am a Muslim. I do follow Jesus Christ. What we need is socialism informed by the revolutionary Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ martyred by the establishment.
But yeah, Jesus Christ was killed not by the Jews, but by the establishment. Let's all get that clear. Let's all understand what happened there.
Yep.
That wasn't the Jews' fault. That was the establishment's fault, and that's why we need to be revolutionary like Jesus Christ. That's why I, as a Muslim man, definitely worship Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
It's funny how
Muslims for Christ. 2024.
Yeah, society off of the empire that killed their guy.
Yeah.
It's strange, but more and more people are finding out about Muslims for Christ, and it's going to be bigger than Jews for Jesus.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
That's what got the Jewish Beatles in trouble, is when they said it's going to be bigger than Jews for Jesus.
Right.
It's always something.
It's always something. All right. Again, we've been the Sons of Trier tonight. We were, as a collective, Dan Cohen, Cenk Engels, Michael Jordan Peterson, Juniper Nest, Skirt Vonnegut, and last but not least, the True Horror. You can always find us on Twitter, except for Cenk, because Cenk is a healthy person. All right. We love you. Don't die. Bye.
Don't die, America.
Don't die.
Die cool.